all the shit I was fed. And I never thought anything was wrong with me until I was like 5, 6 years old, going to psychologists, and they're telling me I'm depressed, and they're telling me I'm crazy, and they're telling me I'm bipolar, and they're telling me I'm this, and they're telling me I'm that, words I'd never heard. And suddenly my reality had been shifted from like, you know, anything's possible to you have issues and you don't fit and you're not normal. And that energy, you know, stuck in my mind and therefore radiated from myself into my outward world that I create for myself, as we all do, from our own perspective. So that in turn, you know, like from 2nd grade up until I was 16, and like, you know, just jumping back and forth on medications, which when my mom went over, I'm fucking done with this shit. I was like, I will not do this. I cannot feel who I am. I don't remember who the fuck I am. I've spent my entire, like, you know, the important years of like development on this shit, being told I'm fucked up, not fitting in society. And you know what? I don't feel fucking normal, and I can't control my emotions, and when I come down on it, I can't control myself even further. It was unnecessary. I know there's a way around it, and I have a feeling I'm not fucked up. I am supposed to be who I am. And I am supposed to experience what I experience, and I'm supposed to learn with the tools I've been given, and learn with the way that my mind puts things together, and make it work for me. And then through that, removing myself from the medications, through some serious and heavy, very life-changing religious experiences on LSD, freaking out, which I now, like, you know, consider to be some of the most influential moments of my life. You know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, you know, like I was able to realize that, you know, this was part of, like, the shamanic awakening, and that, like, everyone has the ability to activate their higher consciousness. This all, like, imploded in my head when I was a child, and I started to do a lot of traveling. I was exposed, you know, I'd be like, here's a photograph from New Guinea, look at these tribal people, look at this. You know, it was always there. It was always just something I'd assumed, and then you live in this society where people don't talk about these things, and they don't want to talk about the colors you pierce their face and live in huts still to this day. They want them worshipping like the Christian Lord, and they want them like pretty much out of their sight, but they want them to feel better because it makes them look good and compassionate if they see these people, but they don't want to go there. You know, and then, you know, it's just the anthropological standpoint of it, you know, just knowing these things and being like, you know, somewhat intelligent, you know, and just wondering just what I was exposed to at a young age is what I knew. So, but from that moment, you know, those images of people had captivated me, with like, you know, the modifications, their tattooing, and like their body painting, and just their you know, the polyamorous worship of like the world around them, that it wasn't so much about like one creator, but like about like, you know, a body on top of a body, basically, like a dream within a dream. And you know, like I've been able to lucid dream since I was 7, you know, and with the psychedelics, it all just eventually coming out of the cloud of hate made a lot more sense to me. And what most people would deem as crazy, which most psychologists would call schizophrenia, because you say you see things, you say you see beings, you say you talk to higher energies, that you just do it through telepathy, you know, you have these visions, you have these things, they call you fucking crazy. Whereas if this was, you know, a good couple thousand years ago, you'd be a shaman for a village, and you'd be respected, and you'd be celebrated for these abilities. And you know, just because we're a modern day society doesn't mean that that's been far removed, it just means it's been forgotten.